Alright, I'm going to resist the temptation to put out 4 mole videos in a row, and we're back in Turtle Pack going for some more AFK runs, and there are going to be 2 different runs in this video. The first one's going to be shortened a little bit. If you didn't see the last AFK video, the idea is very simple. AFK just means submitting a blank team like this, and in the meantime we just buy, sell mouse. So I guess we're not entirely AFK, but we're building up the free apples, and then on turn 5 we're going to look for rabbit, and then something for the rabbit to buff. So you can see a very good start there, already on 6 frozen apples on turn 2. But then I think we end up regressing to the mean here, and I'm just going to roll down and find nothing. But it doesn't matter too much, because generally you're only looking for 7 apples anyway, so that you still have a couple of pet slots available to actually find the rabbit. So there's the last mouse that's required. And we're going to roll down anyway just in case we find a sloth, but we don't. We do. I think we saw a double flamingo twice there though. And so we've lost the first 4 rounds. We didn't submit any teams, and we actually get rabbit in the starting shop. So that works out perfectly, and I'm going to buy a couple of apples to make sure there are 4 pet slots to find something good in, and we get badger. So I think, yeah, probably move it to the front, because the 3 attack rabbit's not going to do a whole lot. And we can actually buy something else. I think I was about to buy the pig here, and then I changed my mind. I just took the crab. Because we're stacking health onto one unit, the crab's going to be pretty decent as long as it doesn't get sniped. This is probably one of the worst teams I've ever seen on turn 5. I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. Front kangaroo. I think even if you're an absolute beginner, you wouldn't have a team that looks like that. But then we get rabbit, second rabbit in the shop, and then that's like GG's. So I'm going to fast forward this, and this is what the team ends up looking like on turn 15. We've got a 50 health gorilla, 50 health badger, and almost 50 health cow as well. Food scaling still very, very strong, even with all the changes. And yeah, and that's level 1 cat as well. And we get matched with an opposing team with Wolverine, which isn't going to do much against our extreme high health. And very easy win there. So there's another 10 wins with AFKing the first 4 turns. But let's try and increase the difficulty a bit. And this time we're going to try and do it without using rabbit. And I was pretty confident that this was possible. But of course, you're not, you know, the saving the apples just isn't quite as, you know, effective if you don't have rabbit. However, here I get a very interesting roll where I get camel and then double crab. And we're just going to go with elephant camel. Camel is incredibly strong in the new version, probably far too strong. Here's another fairly weak looking team on turn 5. 0 wins, guest account. I would assume a beginner. Why I'm getting matched with them, I don't know. Maybe it's just something to do with the number of people in the pack that are on turn 5, 0 wins, that it can't find any veteran players that are on that stat line. I guess the only people who would be are people who are running challenges like me. We're already going to get the level 2 crab. The only problem with this setup is that the elephant is extremely weak. So we really kind of need to look for monkey as soon as possible. And yeah, we're gonna lose to a team that does have rabbit. So we can get a level up here and potentially find monkey, and we get it. We can also go for the level 2 camel, which I think I go for first because the camel is just that strong. And I was thinking about armadillo here. There was a lot of discussion the other day in the Discord about whether or not armadillo is not trash. I'm of the opinion that it is trash, but there's maybe a bit more use for it in custom packs, but in this pack it's very, very poor, I think. And almost no one uses it. This is hilarious, where they've stacked everything into one worm, and yet they lose to the 3 squad that AFK'd. Kind of amusing to see people attempting stuff like that. I guess that they're just going to eventually lose to skunk regardless, because you just cannot avoid it. So a meager 1-1 from the apple onto the elephant. We're well behind the curve here, but because we're behind the curve, we're getting matched with awful teams. Another level 2 camel team. I haven't really been counting, but I feel like it's a 50-50 shot that every team you face is going to have a camel in it. But look at the stats that we get onto the crab just from the level 2 ability. The fact that it gives the stats on feint as well is just unbelievably strong even at level 2. Look for the level up on the elephant, don't quite get it, but we'll go for level 3 crab, might as well. Although a little bit of the crab health, you know, sooner or later it's going to start going to waste because the sheer amount of stats that the camel is providing. Very typical old school style pack 1 team, but we managed to beat them on the strength of the camel buffs. Level up the elephant for sure here. It's a little bit annoying the way that the stuff moves. You know, the level ups move in from the left hand side now, so doing those kind of quick freezes doesn't really work. But we do get elephant to level 2. Elephant camel, not surprising, but we have level 2, and the crab copied a decent amount of health there before it got sniped. So every elephant hit is giving +4/4. So I mean, how many was that? Plus we're going to get the other one from the camel fainting. It's something like 7 triggers there. So here I think I take the level up on the croc. Not sure if that's necessarily the best move, but we might as well try and get the camel to level 3 as well. Because the longer the game goes on, the fewer hits you're likely to get from the elephant. And so having the camel level 3 can actually be relevant, although a lot of the time you don't bother leveling stuff up to level 3. And again, the camel is giving massive buffs and the crab becomes colossal. So we can possibly get the level 3 crab. And I think I'm just going to take the crocodile and the stake on the elephant. You know, although we're on 1 heart, we could be looking for the perfect, you know, the camel level 3, crab level 3. I'd rather just take what I can get. This team is hilarious. Level 3, almost 50-50 mosquito on turn 12 with a wolverine. But their experimental team is not quite good enough. I have been recording stuff with the wolverine, so that should be out not too long. Of course, we are now on turn 13 and our only scaling is a monkey. A level 1 monkey. I did think about giving the elephant the 1 up here to guarantee the camel triggers, but I think it might end up being overkill. We get matched with another weird looking team with only a 4 squad with whale and level 3 horse on turn 13. But I think we should be fine. Any kind of summon build, the elephant camel combo is going to get the crab to 50-50, and then the garlic's going to do the rest. Eventually. Yeah, there we go. So turn 14 now, and yeah, we're buying pizza. Really, I probably should have been looking for something better there. We can potentially get a level up on the crocodile next turn, but we're still only scaling +2, +3 per turn. And we get matched with me but stronger. And it's level 3 elephant versus level 2 elephant. They only have level 2 camel, but actually they've got the double skunk, double level 2 skunk and the melon. And although the crab has a good effort at it, we're gonna lose on 8 wins. So I challenge everyone else, can you get better than 8 wins by AFKing the first 4 turns and not buying a rabbit?